The city's most exclusive restaurant buzzed with wealth and power. Inside, Vanessa Carter, a stunning socialite draped in designer silk, sipped her wine as laughter surrounded her. Her elite circle thrived on luxury, arrogance, and spectacle. Then Liam Blackwell, a billionaire known for his risky bets, smirked. "I'll bet you $50,000 you won't have dinner with that hobo outside." Vanessa scoffed, flipping her dark curls. 50 grand? To sit with a filthy beggar? Liam chuckled. "You're scared." Vanessa's pride flared. She wasn't one to back down. Smirking, she grabbed her clutch and strutted outside, her heels clicking against the pavement. Sitting near the entrance was a rugged, bearded man in tattered clothes, his eyes sharp and piercing, locked onto hers with an unsettling calmness. "Hey," Vanessa said, forcing a smile. "Want to have dinner with me?" The man, Jaden Rivers, tilted his head, amusement dancing in his eyes. "That depends. What's in it for me?" Vanessa frowned. Why did he sound so confident? "I'll pay for your meal." Jaden leaned back with a smirk. "I can buy my own meal." Vanessa froze. A homeless man refusing free food? Something wasn't right. She had no idea she had just stepped into the most shocking experience of her life. A flicker of confusion crossed Vanessa's face. "You can afford your own meal?" Jaden's lips curved. "Depends on the meal." Annoyed, Vanessa sighed. "Look, just say yes. One dinner, that's all." Jaden studied her carefully, then stood, brushing dust from his worn-out jeans. "Fine, but we eat inside." Vanessa hesitated. Bringing him into her world? The thought made her uneasy, but Liam's smirk flashed in her mind. $50,000 was at stake. Inside, the hostess gasped at Jaden's appearance. Vanessa squared her shoulders. "He's with me." Whispers rippled through the restaurant as they were seated. Jaden, unfazed, grabbed the menu. "I'll have the steak and the lobster." Vanessa's eye twitched. Did he just order like a king? The waiter raised a brow, glancing at Vanessa. She sighed. "Same." Jaden leaned back. "So, why the sudden interest in dining with a hobo?" Vanessa swallowed. He knew. Jaden smirked. "I'll make you a deal. You tell me why you're really here, and I'll tell you my story." Vanessa's stomach nodded. Something about him felt different. Vanessa tapped her nails on the table. "Fine, it's a bet. Liam dared me to have dinner with you." Jaden chuckled. "Figures." She narrowed her eyes. "Your turn." Jaden exhaled, rubbing his beard. "I wasn't always like this." He leaned in. "Years ago, I was richer than anyone in this room." Vanessa stiffened. "What?" "I had wealth, power, and I lost it all in one night." Vanessa scoffed. "Sounds like a sob story." Jaden smirked. "Let's see if you still think that when dinner's over." As the waiter placed their expensive meals in front of them, Vanessa noticed something strange. Jaden didn't eat like a homeless man. He ate like someone who belonged in wealth. Her curiosity deepened. Who was this man? Jaden wiped his mouth with a napkin. "I had an empire, real estate, investments. I was untouchable." Vanessa frowned. "And then?" Jaden's eyes darkened. "I trusted the wrong woman." Vanessa leaned in. "She ruined you." Jaden chuckled bitterly. "She took everything, framed me, left me for dead." Vanessa felt an unexpected chill. "So now, you live on the streets?" Jaden smirked. "Not quite." Then, as if on cue, a well-dressed man in a suit approached. "Mr. Rivers, your car is ready." Vanessa's fork clattered. Did he just call him Mr. Rivers? Jaden stood, tossing a thick wad of cash onto the table. "Dinner's on me." Vanessa's heart pounded as he extended a hand. "Come with me, if you dare." Vanessa followed Jaden outside, her legs weak. A sleek black Rolls-Royce waited at the curb. She gawked as Jaden's driver opened the door. "Sir, everything is set." Jaden turned to Vanessa. "Still think I'm a hobo?" Her world spun. Liam's bet was a joke, but this was real. Jaden stepped into the car. "Last chance, Vanessa. Get in, or walk away." Vanessa swallowed. What was she getting herself into? But something in Jaden's eyes told her, if she left now, she'd regret it forever. She took a deep breath, and slid into the car. Her life would never be the same again. The car's interior smelled of leather and wealth. Vanessa sat stiffly, trying to process what just happened. Jaden, no longer the rugged homeless man, adjusted his watch, a Rolex. "You're too quiet," he mused, watching her. Vanessa finally blurted, "Who the hell are you?" Jaden smirked. "I told you, I used to be rich. I still am." "But you live on the streets?" Jaden leaned back. "I choose to. It's my punishment." Vanessa blinked. "Punishment for what?" Jaden's eyes darkened. "For being the kind of person you are." Silence stretched between them as the car drove through the city. Vanessa's heart pounded. What did he mean by that? The car stopped in front of a penthouse suite. Vanessa stepped out, still dazed. Was this really happening? Inside, the place screamed luxury. Glass walls, marble floors, breathtaking views of the skyline. "Sit," Jaden said. She did. He poured whiskey into a glass. "Years ago, I was arrogant," Jaden began. "Like you. I thought money made me untouchable." Vanessa bristled. "I'm not arrogant," Jaden chuckled. "You agreed to a bet that treated me like an object." Vanessa's face heated. "It wasn't personal." Jaden sipped his drink. "Neither was my downfall, but it cost me everything." Vanessa leaned in. "Tell me what happened." Jaden exhaled. "I'll show you." He grabbed a remote, pressed a button, and a giant screen lit up. What Vanessa saw next made her blood run cold. The screen played security footage. A younger Jaden, well-groomed, powerful, stood in a grand office. Beside him, a gorgeous woman in red. "She was my fiancée," Jaden murmured. The footage continued. Jaden left the room. The woman smirked at the camera. Moments later, she stuffed stacks of money into a bag. Vanessa gasped. "She stole from you?" Jaden's jaw clenched. "She did worse." The footage changed. The woman met with another man. They kissed. "She was cheating?" Vanessa whispered. Jaden's grip tightened around his glass. "With my business partner." The next clip showed police storming Jaden's office. "They framed me for fraud. Everything I built was gone overnight." Vanessa swallowed. "So, you lost everything?" Jaden's lips curled. "Not everything, just my faith in people." Vanessa felt something foreign. Guilt. She judged him, treated him like dirt. But he was a man who had everything stolen from him. Jaden turned to her. "You remind me of her." Vanessa's stomach dropped. "What?" Jaden smirked. "Entitled, arrogant, playing with people like toys." Vanessa's hands curled into fists. "I am nothing like that woman." Jaden stood. "Prove it." Vanessa hesitated. "How?" Jaden pulled out an envelope. Inside was a check. $50,000. Her breath hitched. "The bet money." "You can take this," Jaden said, "and walk away. Or you can stay. Let me show you what real wealth is." Vanessa's palms sweated. She could win right now, but something inside her whispered, if she took the money, she'd lose something bigger. Vanessa set the check down. "I'm staying," Jaden grinned. "Good choice." The next morning, Jaden woke Vanessa at 5 a.m. "Get dressed," he said. "For what?" Jaden smirked. "A lesson in real life." An hour later, Vanessa found herself in a homeless shelter. She gawked at the people inside. Men, women, children. Jaden handed her an apron. "You wanted a real experience? Start serving." Vanessa hesitated. She had never done this kind of work before. But as she scooped food onto trays, something shifted inside her. She saw real struggle, real pain, and for the first time she felt ashamed. Hours passed. Vanessa was exhausted. Jaden finally called her over. "What did you learn?" Vanessa swallowed. "That I'm privileged," Jaden nodded. "And?" Vanessa bit her lip. "That I've wasted my life caring about nonsense." Jaden smirked. "Good, you're learning." They left the shelter, and Jaden led her to a quiet park. Sitting on a bench, he asked, "Do you know why I still live on the street sometimes?" Vanessa shook her head. "To remind myself of what's real." Vanessa stared at him. "A billionaire choosing to live among the poor?" Jaden smiled. You can have money and still be empty? For the first time, Vanessa truly understood. That night, Jaden handed Vanessa an envelope. "What's this?" she asked. "Your bet money. You earned it." Vanessa stared at the check. $50,000. But she didn't want it anymore. She set it on the table. "Donate it to the shelter." Jaden's eyes gleamed. "Now, that's unexpected." Vanessa smiled, feeling lighter than she ever had. For the first time, she had won something real. Vanessa returned to her world, but everything felt different. Shopping sprees, meaningless, lavish parties, empty. She started spending her time at shelters, helping, giving. Her friends laughed at her. "Are you turning into Mother Teresa?" Vanessa only smiled. "I finally know what wealth really is." One evening, Liam approached her. "You did it," he chuckled. "So where's your 50 grand?" Vanessa smirked. "I gave it away." Liam gawked. "Are you crazy?" Vanessa only shrugged. For the first time, she didn't care what he thought. She had gained something priceless. Months later, Vanessa walked into a shelter. Jaden was there, helping a little boy tie his shoes. He turned and grinned. "You're back." Vanessa smiled. "I never left." Jaden studied her, then nodded in approval. "Looks like you won the real bet." Vanessa's heart swelled, because this time, she finally understood the value of a real fortune. The moral lesson of this story is that true wealth isn't about money. It's about character, redemption, and the impact we leave on others.